Hiya, it's Friday 12th December and we've got a beautiful day for a change. We didn't do any recording yesterday because we had a day trip to Manchester for a routine blood test for me, so we weren't here. But today I'm working on the drive shaft that goes at the bottom of the motor. So this cogwheel goes at the forward end of the motor to give us a reduction of 1 to 6, I think is the ratio. That collar goes on with the key first, and then this goes onto it, and these huge grub screws tighten it on. So this is tapered. Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows that. Right, now this is the end that's going to bolt to the various couplings for the aqua drive, and the gap between that face and that face needs to be 350 millimeters, which means I need to cut this where that mark is. And the good news is, although this end isn't keyed, it's going to be slightly longer, so it'll give me a spare that I could always cut a key out for it if we ever needed it. The reason it's so long is that we originally planned to have the electric motor as far forward as possible in the motor space. Now we want it as far aft as we can, so we get a spare. I don't have a fancy proper way of cutting this, so it's going to have to be the grinder with these cutting discs, which is not going to give a very neat cut, I recognise, but when you look inside this thing, there's a flange about 1.5 centimeters in there, so the last 1.5 centimeters are not actually going to be gripped by the clamp, so it shouldn't matter if it's not a perfect cut. I'm going to cut it, and then I'll use a flapper disc to make sure that it's rounded and there's no sharp or bulges, so that this will slide on. That's the last job before I actually tackle the motor mounts and getting the motor in place. So it's quite a nice step to make. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments. We really value them. Thanks very much. Bye.